I'm going to introduce Paul Fiamengo. And Paul had been our board member for a while, and he was a chair for a while. And he's a big investor, and he's very, very creative in his approach. So I'll let him take over and then go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Plenty of room.
All right. I'm not a speaker, but I'll just tell you my story. My name is Paul Fiamengo, and I'm from Bristol, Connecticut, where I was born. My mom is from Dayton, or actually, so she was from Dayton, Grove Avenue, and she grew up very poor. And she told me a couple things. The only people that went on vacation during the 30s were people that owned some rental properties up the street. So I was a little kid, so I didn't know much about it. And my mom was a stock picker. And every morning she would read the Hartford Courant and check her stocks. I didn't know what stocks were. I said, Mom, what do you do all that for? I was like 12 years old. She said, well, you buy stock and hopefully it goes up and you can buy and sell it. So I said, can I buy some? She goes, yeah, how much money you have? I only have a few dollars. And she says, okay, you're going to get one share of Eastern Airlines. So I got my $12 share of Eastern Airlines. It didn't really do anything. So like over a year, it was at 13, so I made $1. I said, you're not going to get richer. Well, you got to buy 100 shares or 1,000 shares. I said, why? Anyway, so, but my mom did say to buy rental properties. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so when I was about 22, I did my first flip. It was not called flipping back then. You just bought them, you fixed them, and you sold them. The word flipping is something new. Well, I paid $25,000 for this house back home, Bristol, Connecticut. I sold it for almost 60. I didn't do too much work, and I made 25 grand. And 25 grand, this was 40 years ago. 25 grand was a lot of money. That was a real good deal. So then I had borrowed the 25 grand to do this. I had a few thousand. So then I had enough cash to start flipping. Okay, so I was just buying cash deals. You have to get to a cash position to make offers. If every time you're making an offer, a bid, and you have to say, I got to go to the bank to get the money, it's very hard to steal properties doing that. It's so much easier to make a cash offer. I'll close it immediately. You check it out. Now, experienced people, they don't hire inspectors, but you can. Okay, we go see it and make a low offer cash. I'll close it in 3 days, as is. That's been my only offer for the last 40 years. Now, I'm just saying me, but I'm just saying it's important to try to make some money early in the game so you can get to a cash position to make offers. And I realize a lot of you don't have cash. I didn't have cash either. I had to borrow. It was a lot easier back then borrowing than it is now. Okay. Eventually, I did keep several rental properties in Connecticut. And in the meantime, I had friends back home that went to California. So I went out to visit them, and it's a beautiful place. So I stayed there for a while. I would sell a couple properties, I'd flip them, make some money. I would take off several months vacation. That was just how I was doing it. But when I bought the property, I just worked on it 6 days a week, and I thought about it on the 7th. We don't work 7 days where I'm from, but I would be taking notes in the church. The pastor thought I was taking notes on the sermon. No, I was figuring out what I had to do that week. You look up at the pastor, yeah, I got it. He was trying to figure it out. I mean, 13 2x4s. Anyways, so in California, I had visited there several times and had fun. A couple times driving there, I would stop here and visit my, I had 2 aunts and uncles here, but they weren't close. But when you're going on 70 and it says Troy Pike, I remember Troy Pike when I was little.
Integrated Dayton RIA is a great source of information for real estate investors. You can learn what you need to do to succeed. You can learn the different opportunities that there are in the marketplace, and you can meet a lot of people that know about this from their own experience.
It's a fantastic organization because you can network with more seasoned investors. You meet all kinds of different vendors each time, insurance companies, title companies. There's always a different group of people here. And even though I've been involved in real estate since '99, every time I come to a meeting I learn something different. You could also find contractors here. It's just a really great way to network.
The benefits that I've gotten from GD RIA over the years is being able to tap into a pool of knowledge from experienced investors, experienced speakers that allow me to overcome any obstacles I might have from what I'm not familiar
In
with.
GD RIA, we learned that this is a team sport, and being a landlord requires quite a few people to help. In GD RIA, we found our accountant, attorney, property manager, realtor who furnishes the leads for the properties, and I believe the appraisers.
GD RIA in 2010 to invest. The whole team was there. I had a property manager, realtors who had deals, and now I have 4 houses that are all turnkey solutions. I've invested in private LLCs. I've even bought a note. So by joining an organization like GD RIA, you too can learn how to be a good investor.
And we are an approved vendor with GD RIA. We've been with you guys about 4 or 5 years now, and we love networking with the members, and we're here to help. So anything that they need help with, you can find us here every meeting and ask us whatever questions you need to.
You guys have a location?